Hi everyone, let's talk about Papa Haydn. Why was he called Papa Haydn? Because he was so well loved by everyone he worked with at the Esterházy Palace in the lower part of Hungary. So he was involved with writing the music for all of the services during the day, any kind of activity where the prince needed a string quartet or a singer to sing or a cantata to be performed. Haydn was the one who had to write it as well as get all of the musicians ready to perform it. So there was constantly writing going on, rehearsing with the musicians, practicing, oh my goodness, and then of course performing all the music. So Haydn was very well loved because he was nice to the people he worked with, and he was pretty much always in a quite a good mood. So that's why I wanted Papa Haydn to be kind of the guide for our students throughout succeeding at the piano. So in this particular page, we're asking our students to watch their hands while they play. Check your hand shape and play with nice 4 little hills on each hand. Skip a finger when you play a skip. So you notice in order for the student to play with ease, they actually have to transfer the weight from the F to the A with their middle finger, and then with their thumb they have to shift their weight a little bit more towards their thumb. Right? If they are always locked with their wrist and they're playing on the curved part of their fingertips, right? If we say, oh my gosh, play on your fingertips, and they overly curve their fingers, they're going to get very tight in no time at all. So have them use that drip, drop, roll motion, playing on their pads of their fingers, on the outside tip of their thumb, and have them transfer their weight. So does that make sense? I'm going to talk about that a lot more in later videos. All right, here they can write another composition. The time to compose, boy, is there. Make up a piece using only skips and repeated notes. Call it skipping, jumping, or hopping. And if you remember, I don't ask my students to write out their pieces. They can if they want to, but really the piece is just an experimentation on their own. And once they have the feeling for that particular piece, I ask them to review it every day, just like they would practice all the other pieces in their piano method. And when they come to a lesson, they play it as if it was just as important as all their other pieces. And we know that if we have little composers in our studios, they do find those pieces that they created very important. On page 24 is another theory page. Here's the combined reading system where the student always has to write down the interval that they see as well as the names of the notes. And you'll also notice that I have the students write an X in the line or the space that is skipped. Right? Very, very important to do that. So then follow the leader, little girls are there. And remember that that's always about a rhythmic pattern. So we'll have the students listen to us clap the rhythm and see if they can clap it back and they circle the one that they hear. So if I did this for you on number 1, which one do you hear me clap? Oh my gosh, I did the second one, didn't I? So we'll have our students clap that back, and then of course we could have them clap the very first part of number 1 with a dotted half note in it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On this page, I also do some ear training, you'll notice, and then skips in this yellow box, yellow orangey box. I write skips are also called thirds. And we can have students count this, 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't do that for a long period of time because then the students are always counting their lines and spaces, which makes reading so tedious. So instead we want them to see those patterns as patterns.